The huge crowds took to the streets on Saturday in all 50 U.S. states to vent their anger over President Donald Trump's so-called hardline policies at No Kings protests. The Republicans ridiculed the marches as Hate America rallies. Now, the No Kings rallies reflect the frustration of Trump's critics on policies ranging from immigration and education to national security and health care that have reshaped the government and democratic norms with unprecedented speed since he took office. The No Kings protests saw more than 2,600 protests across the U.S., with demonstrators marching, chanting, and holding signs that America is not a monarchy.
Well, we want to show our support for democracy and for fighting what is right. I'm against the overreach of power. I believe in 3 branches of government. There's just been almost too many things to list.
We've been seeing the same thing from the first administration of Trump. He is dismantling every safeguard that we've had for our country and our democracy, and we need to do something.
More than 300 grassroots groups helped organize the protests in the U.S. The American Civil Liberties Union trained tens of thousands of volunteers to act as marshals to keep the marches peaceful and de-escalate any tensions. The movement has been fueled online with social media campaigns driving protests nationwide. Big political names are backing it as well. Senator Bernie Sanders, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton among them. Organizers say this is a defining moment. Addressing a rally in Washington, D.C., Senator Bernie Sanders warned of President Trump's authoritarian drift. He also slammed tech billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg for their support to the U.S. president.
No, President Trump, we don't want you or any other king to rule us. Thank you very much. But we will maintain our democratic form of society. We will not move toward authoritarianism in America. We, the people, will rule. This is about a handful of the wealthiest people on earth who, in their insatiable greed, have hijacked our economy and our political system in order to enrich themselves at the expense of working families throughout this country.
The No Kings protests were not just limited to the U.S. In Canada's Toronto, hundreds of protesters held signs and dressed up in costumes for the No Tyrants protests right outside of the U.S. consulate. Berlin participants emphasized the international significance of the protests. Several gathered to take part in the rally. Now, similarly, about 400 protesters gathered in front of the U.S. Embassy in London, expressing their dissent and dissatisfaction against Trump.
No tyrants, no fascists.
We feel it's important to speak out when we see things that not only that we don't agree with, but things that are really detrimental to society. And that's what this is. The Trump administration, the MAGA movement, and it's not just in the United States, but it's globally. It's around the world. It affects everybody.
Meanwhile, an AI video posted by Vice President J.D. Vance showed Trump putting on a crown as people behind him kneel, including former U.S. Speaker Nancy Pelosi.